Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another another Minecraft discussion on all things well-being. Just a reminder that the foundation for Minecraft is becoming the boss of your brain, which means thoughts come first and feelings come second and actions or behavior third. Really plays into what we're talking about today. So, my name is Kimberly Quinn, and it is my honor and just pleasure and just thrilled to be here today to talk about a little more on the whole thing with self-love deficit, a deficit of self-love. And remember, we're steering away from the word disorder, even syndrome, which is not as bad, but also not positive, really. usually. Sometimes it can be, I guess. But the word disorder insinuates that something's, defective or flawed or about us, and that we're damaged goods. And that's the whole issue with self-love deficit. So we want to stay away from that word. So self-love deficit simply means that we usually from growing up our value, our unique wonderfulness was not mirrored consistently from caregivers who are usually our parents. That's usually where it comes from. Then that's just where it starts, right? And it can be media, all sorts of things, and experiences early on. And then we learn to agree with what is said to us or implied or demonstrated for us or whatever. We learn to agree as little kids. Why? Because we trust the grown-ups in our lives, and they must know, they must be right because they're the grown-ups, right? And then when we kind of come into our own teenagerhood, adulthood, we kind of lock into confirmation bias. So we unconsciously actually seek out that which we already believe to be true. So we heard we weren't smart enough, athletic enough, artistic enough, that we were lazy, that we couldn't sing, all that stuff. And so we take that into adulthood, and we actually look to find what we already hold to be true on the inside, even though it isn't. So we got to flip the script on that stuff. Okay, so now we're going to extend that out to sort of what's going on with that, and also how to hopefully make some big changes. So first of all, we all need love as human beings. We all need love, and it's part of being human being. Even some people might need a little bit more attention and affection, right? Depending on how they're wiring, but no matter how you cut it up, we all need some. We need lots of love. Here's the thing, though. The need for love is not the same thing as being needy for love. That's different. And that's coming out of this wounded place. And this stems directly from the self-love deficit that we're talking about. And what's missing when we're in this place of needy for love versus the need for love is we have a deficit of obviously the self-love. That's what we're talking about here. What do I want to say that just really nails this? The person who is I don't like the word should, is the number one most important person in your life, you, okay, that's what we're talking about, you. This is the most important relationship that we really need to have. And when we're needy for love versus just having the genuine, authentic need for love, it's because this is what's missing. The self-love and self-approval. And when there's this big, huge, gaping hole of love and approval, we're looking for it on the outside, externally. And we talked about that. If all that's out here, then the only healing that can happen, the only change that can happen is all dependent on what's out here. And that just isn't going to fly. It's got to come on the inside. This is the number one relationship we need with ourselves. That's when we start looking for love in all the wrong places. I think we know about the seeds of codependence. We've talked about that. Rescuing, and not just romantic relationships. We get into all the rescuing behavior and people pleasing and all that stuff. That all stems from self-love deficit. All of it. Big wounds going on. So we got to really circle around. Not only that, when we get into the codependent behaviors, which are all very common actually, it pushes people away. People don't like doormats. It's just true. I speak the truth. And doormats can be uncomfortable because it puts the pressure on the people on the outside to figure out how to navigate you, because we teach other people how to treat us. So doormats make people uncomfortable and push people away. That's how it works. Also, really, so what we need to do is work on the number one relationship, which is the one with ourselves, right? The one with ourselves. and to change up our dialogue, because remember that thoughts come first, feelings come second, actions, behavior last. So if we're allowing, this needy talk, and we're choosing to be lonely, because that's what it is. We don't like to hear that, but we're choosing it on a lot of different levels. We're choosing it primarily by allowing lonely dialogue and focusing on all the issues we have. I don't have a partner, I don't have kids, I don't have friends, I don't like my work people, or whatever like that. That draws the attention of the universe, or God. For me, it's God, source, higher power. I also like higher power. But that's a universe for you, or source of the big S, or whatever. It shifts the attention of the universe onto everything you don't have, everything you lack. You don't have a partner, you don't have kids, you don't have friends, you don't have fun work people, you don't have fun school people, and it shifts to all this lack, lack, lack. Well, that draws more lack, lack, lack. And so we have to make a conscious effort to flip the script on. I love saying that, actually. That was one of my, I met some nice people at my TED Talk, and this one guy kept saying that, flip the script, and it kind of stayed in my head. So I really like that. So flip the script on the dialogue, because it is that simple. So we have simple and easy. Is it easy? Not if you've been allowing it for a long time. There's no blame there, because all kinds of stuff happened when we were kids that we didn't have control over. Now, however, as grown-ups, it's time to take accountability. And remember that habits are not made or broken. Habits shift. So we have to lean out of the, negative self-talk, the loneliness talk, the needy, I need, neediness, need love, approval talk, codependent talk. And we need to shift out of that into more positive, happy talk, positive talk, finding the things that are good about you. And that may be really tough if you're not used to thinking positive thoughts about yourself. So you can start out small. Just start out with any nice, good things about yourself. I'm thoughtful. I'm caring. I'm the kind of friend somebody would want to have. Or if you did something nice for somebody today, and it's an action thing, wow, I went out of my way today. I ended up being 15 minutes late for work because I saw somebody struggling to carry their groceries, and whatever. Start out small. Positive affirmations all over the place. But here's the thing. It is that simple. Not that easy. It's that simple because our thoughts control our feelings. So if we're not thinking needy, lonely thoughts, we're not going to feel needy and lonely. It is that simple. And then what we need to do is be really consistent, really, really consistent, and catch ourselves, stop ourselves in the act when we're in that place, okay, or outwardly self-deprecating, which also pushes people away. Nobody likes a self-deprecator. It makes people enormously uncomfortable. So we have to, again, bring this in, surround yourself with love and compassion, approve of yourself, and remember, set the bar at do your best. If you've had this dialogue going on since you can remember, wrap around it with compassion. And change up the, oh, there I go again. I just was self-deprecating. I'm on this new thing and I just blew it. No. Instead say, wow, you know what? I caught myself. Even if it's after the fact you missed the window to not do it. I caught myself after the fact. I realized I'm becoming so aware of this pattern that it's not working for me anymore. Fantastic. Give yourself a huge, pat on the back, or air five, high five, whatever. Reward yourself in some way. And just realize that you are absolutely awesome. Your awesomeness, all of your awesomeness is inside. All of us are connected with a divine energy, this incredible, intelligent force that connects us all. Loving, kind, intelligent force. And that connects all of us. It's all you need is already in there. We just have to uncover, because when wounds happen, they tend to cloud over they can tend to cloud over and get in the way of all this good stuff, and we just can't see it, but it's all there. And once you uncover your authentic self, like an archaeological dig, let me tell you, there is no better feeling in this world. And once we, the authentic self is back in the driver's seat, let me just tell you, when we're feeling whole and complete, we don't give a fat rat's ass about any of this. We don't care about external approval. We don't care about, there's definitely no desire to harm anybody or ourselves, and I don't just mean in an extreme way, just self-deprecating. There's no desire for it because we feel whole and complete. That just leaves us. So it's just a process. I assure you, everything you need you already have inside. It's just about the archaeological dig and uncovering your authentic self that just got misplaced, kind of derailed from some wounds from early on, and that is it. And remember that the number one attractor for men and women, men and men, women and women, anybody in between, is authentic confidence. That has been demonstrated like a gazillion times. Authentic confidence. And also, happy people attract more happy people. Happy people are extremely attractive. And I don't just mean romantically, it is true romantically, but also attractive, I mean like a magnet. You know, people like job wise, getting jobs, getting accepted to this, that, schools, graduate schools, just friendships, fun friends, groups, happiness, and authentic confidence, the keys to a total life turnaround. Okay? All right. So, that's it. Self-love deficit be gone. Enter the authentic self. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from our other daughter's her purple room in northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.